Bringing you up to date with all the very latest this Tuesday now. It's Good Morning Britain.
Good morning, Britain. Just hours until that first flight to Rwanda is due to take off. How many refugees will be on board? Reports the number could be down to single figures as the Church of England condemns the government's plan to send migrants to East Africa as an immoral policy that shames Britain.
It is one more nail in the coffin of Britain's reputation, and I think we've somehow lost the plot. We've lost that moral compass.
And what was it like that awful day 5 years ago this very day to be the first fireman to step inside the burning Grenfell Tower? Later, we talk to that man about the memories that he says will never leave him.
Also this morning, Imi's mission. Just 2 years ago, Imi Swain was diagnosed with autism. Now she's training teachers to spot the signs in pupils to ensure no other children go through the challenges she faced.
Some days I just couldn't go to school. I would cry when I was getting ready, and then I would cry when I'd arrived at school.
We catch up with the incredible teenager and her dad, GMB senior correspondent Jonathan Swain, after 8.
And music icon Nana Cherry reveals what it was like to watch her daughter perform for the Queen's Jubilee and why, 30 years on, would you believe, it's now somebody else's turn to take on her Buffalo starts.
More sunshine means climbing temperatures as we head through the next few days, hotting up to 31, maybe 32 degrees on Friday. I'll have all the details of that and more live from Broadstairs. Good morning, Britain.
Tuesday, 14th of June, 2022. Live from Television Centre in London. This is Good Morning Britain with Susanna Reid and Richard Madeley.
Well, good morning. Just gone 6 o'clock. Welcome to the programme. Never too old to get up and watch this. Never too old to rock and roll. Mick Jagger, Keith Richards, nearly 79. They're on tour, but they've had to cancel it.
Oh.
Not because of age. He's got COVID, so you're never too old to get... Mick's
Right.
got COVID, never too old to get COVID. Apparently he's fine, it's just like a cold. He says he'll be back on stage soon. I just can't get over those guys. I saw a clip of him, I don't know if we've got it, of him actually on stage, I think in Madrid, 2 or 3 nights ago. He's still doing the snake hips. He's 78, 79, he'll be 80 in a few months, and he's still doing the snake hips.
Do you know what? This morning we were shown some brilliant pictures, which we'll show you a bit later on in the programme, of our editor described him as a pensioner crowd surfing, and you pointed out, Richard,
Don't.
this pensioner who is crowd surfing. His name is Doug James. He's from
67.
Sale. He's 67. He was at the Killers gig in Old Trafford on Saturday. Can we see him there? There he is. Oh, everyone's taking part.
Apparently they ran out of crowd at the front and they dropped him and he banged his head, but apparently he's okay.
Yeah, the Brandon Flowers, who of course is the lead singer of the Killers, jumped off the stage to give him a hug. But when we talk about pensioners crowd surfing, what's the difference in age between you and lovely Doug?
I'm 66, he's 67. It can only be a few months. And I look at that and I
When was
think,
the
well,
last
that could
time
be
you
me.
were crowd surfing at a gig?
I've never crowd surfed, but if I did, would it be run as a pensioner crowd surfing? Well, it would have to be.
Yeah, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
That is the
What are
required
you looking
language.
at? Stop it.
I'm just thinking
Pip's
of that
in this morning.
Good morning. I'm just thinking of that moment this morning, Richard, when you came into the dressing room and you were doing Start Me Up.
Yes, I was. Yes, I was.
Bopping around.
Start me up. Oh, well. You're never too old.
No, absolutely right. So let's
It rips out of you.
Let's do our main news this morning,
Yeah,
and that is that last-minute legal challenges are being fought to prevent the final few asylum seekers from being forced onto the first-ever deportation flight to Rwanda in East Africa. A series of High Court battles has already seen the number reduced from 132. Well, it could be as few as 7 on board.
As we have to say predicted here yesterday, and it could be reduced even further if campaigners win in court. But the government has insisted that the plane is going to take off later today, come what may, even if only one asylum seeker is sitting on it. Our chief correspondent, Richard Gaisford, is at Stansted Airport. Richard, there's so much uncertainty over this very first flight to Rwanda, but one thing seems absolutely certain, that both sides are determined to take this right up to the wire, aren't they?